This is Revolution Radio.
It's going to be a long haul getting to that, though. I hate to tell you that. I just feel it in my bones. I feel like this is going to be, there might be some real ugliness getting there. I mean, in Germany, when Hitler took over early on, hey, they loved him. He did amazing things for that country. He brought it back from the ruins of World War I, and people were happy. They were all fed. They were all taken care of. But underlining all that, he was killing and getting rid of people that were feeble-minded or autistic or you know, whatever. Yeah. He was making sure that the race was bred to be powerful in the future. And I'm wondering how that's going to affect us as well. Is the AI going to decide that certain people in this population just aren't, you know, is this going to be Logan's Run all over again?
No, but you have to understand, the AI will understand our genetics. It'll understand our brains. It'll understand how we think. Right now, you go to anyone and say, how does the brain work? Well, we can't tell you, right?
Right.
How does genetics really work? I mean, we know you can modify this gene and do that, but how does all that junk DNA work? We don't know. All right. The AI will figure that out. And
well,
then
they already know. I hate to tell you that.
It will. Well, I'm saying at a level, right?
Yes. At our level with the populace
and the other thing,
knows.
True, Hitler was not transformational, right? AI will be transformational. Hitler had this weird idea of race, but the idea is like, what if we could augment humanity at the genetic level where everybody's minimum IQ is 160? That's the starting rate, not 100 IQ. The average IQ in America is only 100. It used to be higher.
It used to be quite a bit higher. I mean, I'm surprised. Yes. I mean, my IQ is around 130 something,
that's
you know.
Impressive.
131, 130, whatever. Anyhow, the point is, I'm not that smart, though. I mean, really, I look at my friends that are geniuses. I surround myself with people that are much smarter than me.
Well, and you want to know something?
Yeah.
The average corporate attorney who makes $247,000 a year in New York City only has an IQ of 110.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Nope. That's the truth. You can look it up.
But I have noticed that I can't have normal conversation. What I consider a normal conversation with most people, I can't have anymore because they are not there. I don't know. I keep thinking it's because
they've been blue-pilled.
Something's wrong. I mean, I feel like I'm in a sea of stupidity. I tell everybody this all the time. Right. And I thought it was all just California, but I've been talking to more and more friends across the United States that are saying, oh my God, I used to hang out with people that are pretty smart, but they've either gotten stupid or stopped learning. Maybe that's the process. I think your IQ can improve over time as long as you are still learning and exploring possibilities and retraining your brain to accept the impossible. Okay, I really believe that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And but most people just stop learning. I mean, they just stop caring about it. They don't have any passion anymore.
I think the important thing, you're correct, and I agree with you 100%. But they've been blue-pilled. This is the point I'm trying to make. It has nothing to do with intelligence. Yes, it has to do with the food they're eating, right? That's certainly not helping their cognitive processing. But more importantly is the fact that they have been blue-pilled by an applied perception management intelligence program, right, where they do not independently think, they do not question. Whatever they see on CNN or Fox News is accepted as fact. You have people who have higher IQs than both of us combined who accept anything on CNN or MSNBC or CNBC or all these shows as fact. It came from CNN. It's a fact. The Federal Reserve says so. It's a fact.
Well, see,
this is the problem.
You're absolutely right. That's what I mean by they've stopped opening their mind to possibilities or whether something is true or not true. And the reality that they have given us, you're right, this blue pill thing, they have taken everybody's thought process and turned it into this is true and this is not true, and that's it. That's all they're getting. They don't understand that there is a third possibility, and that is maybe I should go research it and find out the truth for myself. And that is gone. I don't see anybody doing that anymore.
No. So they've got, I would say, probably upwards around like 84% of the population, and then the rest of the population is the red pill population, right? We would fall in that category. And, we've been awakened. You've probably been awakened longer than I have, but we've been awakened. We were initiated. There's no going back after this, and there's all different ways that happens, right?
Yeah.
And you realize, you see, the truth is hidden in plain sight. And you can see it. You can articulate it on your show. You got a following. People say, yeah, and nothing seems to change, and things are getting worse because the bigger, deeper problem is the deep state's control is been perfected now to the level where whatever narrative they set is exactly what people will accept as absolutely true. And not only just true, right? They'll spend their money that way. They'll make decisions. They'll get vaxxed, right? Yep. They'll decide to change their biology without question, right?
Without question. See, that scares me more than anything.
Yes. So this is the bigger danger, is the fact that this applied perception management program is happening systemically, and we have people with PhDs, and these were people at Berkeley, and they were sticking it to the man, and they had the facts and the rights, and they had history on their side, and they're the ones who are the most blue-pilled, leading people, they are the professors now in Berkeley.
Yes,
right?
I know.
And so this is the problem, and this is going to get worse between now and 2032. Like, that's the crisis.
Yeah. See, this is the part. Crisis. Yeah. That our group of people are the people that are going to see everything and feel everything as it's happening. And we're going to be like, holy crap, what just happened? This whole last year, everything went insane, and it will eventually smooth itself out. You're right. But there's something, William, that's just bugging me about the whole thing. I'm not sure that this AI system is going to take care of us in the end. I'm just not sure about it. Maybe I've watched too many Terminator shows. Maybe I'm waiting for them to want to destroy us all.
Look, you got to understand something. I was making these arguments about PCs, the internet. I developed the first, I would say one of the first. I don't know for a fact, but I knew for a fact that I was developing the first dynamic HTML online mall system. Me and another programmer. Cool. Nobody was doing it, right? This is before Amazon did not have dynamic HTML, and we were putting this together after I graduated from Hofstra. And then I was seeing the impact in the future and how every business would be game changed, and small businesses now could compete with corporations, et cetera, right? And, correct. I was on eBay before I even knew what it was. Like, I was like the fourth day of eBay I was on, already had an account. The point I'm trying to make.
Me too. Mine's so old, my name is just my name.
Right. I was on CompuServe back in the late 80s,
me too.
Early 90s. Right. So I remember having these discussions, and everybody was saying, well, it's never going to happen, but if it does happen, this will be the worst thing. Everyone will go out of business. They were saying this is all going to have a bad ending. You don't get it. You're just a kid. You don't know. You haven't been around long enough. Listen to me. I'm 50 years old, and I know everything, right? And they're saying people at 80, 70, 80 are saying the same thing. The point is they're saying that now it's being reframed for AI. Now, this is why I'm saying that I'm not buying into AI is going to have this dark ending, because I would say probably the most empowering thing, one of the most in the history of humanity has been the internet, the most empowering at so many different ways and levels, that it's transformed our civilization and our society and our culture, and it's unified our culture more than any type of 1960s revolutionary counterculture protesting and let's peace, and let's unify the planet and all, the Greenpeace thing. Those were all great. They were great. But what really did it was the internet. And
that's
so
right.
I think AI will even be bigger, better, faster, more powerful, more systemic, more empowering, more transformative. And that's how I see it.
And I am 99% there with you. There's just this one little tinge of me that just says, oh, be careful, But, the show's almost over, William, and we never even touched upon astrology, which is kind of sad. And at some point, will you come back in a few months and we'll do an astrology show?
Absolutely. That would be fun.
That would be great. I'd love to have you. And stay on the call afterwards because I got some things I want to ask you real quickly. And in the next minute, how do people get a hold of you, find you, do astrology with you, whatever they would like to?
Yeah, they can just go to my website, williamstickevers.com. They can also go to my Twitter and follow what I write and what I predict. There are a lot of predictions on Twitter. And just go there or to my Facebook page.
Oh, wonderful. So you keep up in all three places, right?
Yes.
Do you do a blog at all?
Yes, I have a blog as well.
Okay, great. And people can become members of your private chats or Zooms or something. Is that correct?
Yeah, I have membership groups where I do webinars. I do like 3 or 4 webinars a month at this point.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. And what do you discuss in the webinars? I
discuss the entire gamut of what's happening in the world, from geopolitics to aliens to the Fourth American turning to the blue pill or the red pill revolution. Basically I cover the entire gamut of from economics to
that music's caught us, and we're out of time. And thank you so much, my new friend William Stickevers. You guys check him out, please. WilliamStickevers.com. Good night, everybody.
This is Revolution Radio at freedomslips.com.